guys, welcome to WCR Productions. I'm your host, ProductionZ, and today I'm going to be telling you a few stories from my childhood. So the first story is from when I was a small youngin', about like 5 or 6 maybe, and I was in Connecticut for a family reunion. So the room we were staying in, because it was at one of the family's houses, the room that the kids were staying in was a game room basically. And there was one bed in there that was set, and then we had just along one of the walls like 4 air mattresses. So there's this one cousin. When I was younger, she was my only girl cousin on that side of the family who like I was really close with. I really wanted to sleep next to her. So basically we were on the actual bed, and it was pretty high up. It was about like yay high, like really far off the ground, including when you're literally only this tall. I had to be held up onto the bed. This cousin, she didn't want to sleep on the outside for some reason. I was cool with that. I was like, I'll do anything, honestly, just to sleep next to you. Okay, I was obsessed. Like, this was the only girl cousin, and I'm a girl, obviously. So I go to sleep, and we're next to each other. All's good, all's well. But when I wake up, I'm not in that bed. I'm on one of the air mattresses next to the cousin I was sleeping next to his brother, and I was very confused. So I just sit up, I look around a bit, and then my dad walks in the room and he sits down next to me. I'm like, what am I doing here? He explained to me that in the middle of the night, one of my uncles came into the room and saw me on the floor. So little baby me fell off this bed that was like twice my height onto a hardwood floor, didn't wake up, just laid there until somebody came into the room to check on us and put me onto a different bed, because obviously why would you put me onto the same bed? Like, I might just roll off of it again. And the air mattresses were like on the floor, so like I couldn't, if I rolled off of that, I just sort of like, you know how air mattresses work. I start crying. And not because like, oh my god, I fell off a bed, like, am I okay? Am I gonna die? No. I'm crying because I didn't get to spend the entire night next to that cousin. So the next story is the time I almost caused a small child to die. So in the story, I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I went to this one summer camp. It was terrible. Like, if it rained outside, we were stuck in a hot cabin, like no air conditioning, and like they made us run around for like just pointlessly. Like, the games were kind of boring. It was really just not a great camp. So yeah, I went to this camp, and me and my neighbor, we'll call her Sophia. Yeah, that sounds about right. Me and Sophia go into the pool, because there were 2 pools. There was the big pool and the little pool. In order to be able to swim in the big pool, you had to take a test. It was basically just swimming a little bit and then swimming back. It was like nothing. My parents didn't want me taking the test because they didn't want me in the big pool. So me and Sophia, being supportive friends, she passed her test, but she still stayed with me in the kiddie pool. So me and Sophia were like in the pool, having fun, being us, and then our neighbor, let's call him Jeff. Jeff and his little and big sister, they're at the pool. This little sister, we'll call her Amanda, comes into the kiddie pool, and the other 2 go into the big pool like they can handle themselves. And his mom comes and is watching us, because keep in mind there are no lifeguards watching the kiddie pool for some reason, probably because there was literally only me and Sophia in there. We're just like having fun with her. We're talking to her because all 3 of us are neighbors. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but all 3 of us are neighbors. And we're just like whatever in the pool, and then me and Sophia start doing like, you know, when you take swimming lessons and they're like back starfish, front starfish, Superman, like, you know? So we start doing like the front starfish, and like we're doing it, we're laughing, we're having fun, whatever. But then Amanda, she's like, ooh, I want to be like these big kids, because she's like, at this time she was like 5, right? She's like, I want to be like the big kids, they're so cool, whatever, blah 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 blah. So she starts doing the front starfish. So me and Sophia are like, oh, that's so cool. She's like, she wants to be like us, like that's really cute. And like, she's just doing it 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Okay, she's not breathing. Her mom starts doing this too, and she's like, is she okay? We're like, yeah, you could just like read your book. So we go and we like just flip over Amanda, and we're like, first we started shaking her. We're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But then we like flip her over and she's okay. It's okay, she's okay. She's okay. And yeah, that's the time I almost killed someone. Okay, now to talk about the camp and how they forgot a kid at Laronde. It was the same year, but we went on field trips sometimes, and we went to Laronde, and they got us on the bus afterwards, and we were heading back, and I was sitting near the back where all the counselors were sitting, and I heard something about forgetting a kid. I was like, did you forget someone at Laronde? And they're like, no, it's just a joke, it's just turn around, it's okay. I was like, okay. But like, obviously it wasn't a joke because the bus turned around and we went back and we got the kid and then we went back. But like, I was like, okay, it was just like, I actually went my life like unsure until like last year when my mom told me about the story. I was like, really? Like, did they actually forget a kid? She was like, yeah. I was like, how'd you know? And my mom told me basically they had to, when they got back to the camp, they had to explain to all the parents waiting to pick up their kids why we were so late. And they had to tell the parents, like all of them, that we forgot someone there. So, yeah. And for the last story, I thought since we had a sort of thing with the drowning, I thought I'd tell the story of how I almost drowned. Every year, my mom's side family is a family reunion, and it's not the family reunion from the story where I fell off the bed. That's my dad's side. No. So this is my mom's side. Every year we have a family reunion, and this one, we always go to Ottawa, and we go to a family's house who has a pool, and it's a pool party, and it's so much fun. It's just we and blah. Me and my mom were just walking back and forth, and I'm really young. I don't know how old I was. I just know I couldn't swim. So me and my mom would stay in the shallow end, and we were like doing races. We were just running across like the shallow end of the pool, and I'm running, and like wee, whatever. And then I start like not realizing it, but like every time we ran across, we'd slowly get closer to the deep end. So I start running, and then I'm like sort of like crossing that, and then there's no more ground underneath me, and I'm like trying to run, but there's no more ground, and then I sort of slowly lose consciousness, and then next thing I know, I feel something on the back of my head or on the back of my bathing suit. I don't quite remember. I'm just being pulled up, and then I see like water, and then no more water, and then darkness. I don't even know what happened after that, but recently my parents told me that I almost drowned, and my cousin pulled me up out of the pool. She's an adult. She pulled me up out of the pool. She was a lifeguard for a while. She gave me CPR. I was okay, clearly. But yeah, she pulled me up, and my parents were like, oh my god, thank you. Can we do anything to repay you? And she's like, name your next kid after me. And they're like, we're not having another kid. So she's like, okay, name the next thing you buy after me. So the next thing we bought was the roof of our house. We got it redone. So now the roof of my house's name is Stacy. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more of me and the girls. See you in the next one.